Good evening. This isn't comfortable.
It's not supposed to be.
There's a situation. Serious.
No cattle trailer, anything else goes in that direction?
You had no cause. If you want to question my morals.
Bone Tomahawk director swore this scene was cut, but we found it. What does it reveal about the ending? You won't believe your eyes. The movie begins in 1980, a time when people lived in fear of ruthless bandits. These bandits not only stole people's possessions, but also took their lives. One such bandit is Paramus, who, along with his accomplice, murders 3 people and robs them of all their belongings. After finishing their heinous act, they stumble upon a place surrounded by wooden stakes with human skulls hanging ominously. Before Paramus and his accomplice can comprehend the eerie scene, an arrow strikes his partner, killing him instantly. The arrow was tipped with a human bone, a clear indication that they were dealing with something far more sinister. Paramus tries to save his friend, but it's too late. Fearing for his own life, he flees back to the town and hides all the stolen goods that, unfortunately for him, Hunt's assistant witnesses Paramus stashing away the loot and reports it to Hunt, the sheriff. The assistant suspects that Paramus might be a bandit because he was seen hiding stolen goods. Hunt decides to confront Paramus, but approaches him casually, asking about his work. When Paramus starts getting nervous, Hunt becomes certain of his guilt. As Paramus attempts to flee, Hunt shoots him in the leg, wounding him in front of everyone in the town square. Now, the entire town knows Paramus is a bandit. A man named John, feeling sorry for the injured Paramus, decides to find a doctor. The only doctor in town is a woman currently tending to her husband's severely injured leg. Despite the urgency, she agrees to go with John to the police station. Upon arrival, she is shocked by the extent of Paramis's injury. She informs them that the wound is severe and will take the entire night to treat. And even then, she can't guarantee a full recovery. Meanwhile, we see a boy heading to his farmhouse. As he approaches, he hears horses galloping wildly. When he checks, he is horrified to find a group of cannibals savagely attacking a man. The boy tries to flee, but the cannibals catch and brutally mutilate him. These cannibals are hunting a man named Bernice and have been attacking anyone they come across. The next morning, a frightened man rushed to Hunt's house, reporting that he had found a disfigured body in the fields. The man says he went to the police station to report it, but found it completely deserted. Even the prisoners were missing. Alarmed, Hunt first goes to the field to check the body, then to the police station, where he finds a peculiar arrow, one that belongs to the cannibal tribe. Knowing he needs more information, Hunt visits a professor who is knowledgeable about local tribes. The professor confirms that the arrow is indeed from a cannibal tribe that captures, kills, and eats people. Anyone who goes near them is never seen again. If the cannibals have begun abducting people, it could mean the entire town is in danger. Hearing this, John decides to join Hunt and his assistant in tracking down the cannibals to rescue the missing people that the group sets out. But John, whose leg injury is worsening, struggles to keep up. Despite Hunt advising him to stay behind, John insists on continuing. That night, they encounter 2 suspicious men. Hunt orders them to stop, but they keep approaching. John, sensing danger, shoots them both, much to Hunt's dismay. Upon checking the bodies, they find weapons, proving John was right. They were indeed bandits. Later that night, more bandits attacked, stealing the group's supplies and even trying to take their horses. John's loyal horse refuses to leave, so the bandits severely injure it. When John awakens and sees his suffering horse, he heartbreakingly decides to put it down. With no horses left, the group has no choice but to proceed on foot. John's leg injury worsens, and he can barely walk. Hunt advises him to stay behind and gives him painkillers. They mark their path with stones so John can follow when he's able. Eventually, the remaining group members reach the cannibals' cave and come face to face with one of them. Hunt shoots the cannibal, but the sound of the gunshot attracts more of them. The group tries to fight back, but they are overwhelmed and captured. They see other prisoners inside the cave, including the doctor and her husband. The doctor reveals that the cannibals have already killed and eaten Paramus. Soon, a cannibal enters and drags a prisoner out. Before their eyes, he is brutally split in half, his screams echoing through the cave. The horror leaves everyone shaken, but Hunt reassures the doctor that her husband is still out there and will come for them. Meanwhile, John, determined to save his wife, painfully drags himself towards the cave. Along the way, he encounters two cannibals and manages to shoot them both. He discovers that the cannibals communicate using a peculiar whistle, which he takes from one of the bodies. Using the whistle, he lures more cannibals towards him and shoots them back inside the cave. Hunt devises a plan to poison the cannibals. He mixes a deadly herb into a bottle of wine and pretends to fight with the others over it. The cannibals, thinking it's something valuable, take the wine and drink it. Soon, 3 of them drop dead, and Hunt's plan works. John finally reaches the cave and reunites with Hunt and the others. Hunt estimates that only 3 cannibals remain, but Hunt is gravely injured and knows he won't make it. He tells John and the others to escape while he stays behind to finish off the remaining cannibals. John, the doctor, and her wife manage to flee the cave. As they get far enough away, they hear 3 gunshots, indicating that Hunt has successfully killed the remaining cannibals. The trio turns around and sees smoke rising from the cave, the final sign that Hunt sacrificed himself to save them. The movie ends with John, the doctor, and her wife being the only survivors, having successfully rid the town of the cannibal threat. Still confused about the ending? Don't worry, even the actors were. Let's argue about it below, and hit subscribe for more chaos. Thanks for watching.